cold heart. I was an old man when I met Lily. She was just a girl, but her eyes were full of fire. Not the warm fire of joy, the fire of anger and pain. She walked through life like she was in a fight. People feared her, and she didn't seem to care. She didn't talk to anyone, and when she did, it was always loud, always sharp. She lived in our small town. Everyone knew her name, but no one really knew her. At school she sat alone. At the store she never looked up. If someone got too close, she would push them away, with words or with silence. People said she had a bad heart, but I didn't believe that. I believed there was more to her story. One day I saw her sitting under a tree. She was crying, but when she saw me, she wiped her face fast. "Don't look at me," she said. Her voice was strong, but her hands were shaking. I didn't walk away. I sat on the bench nearby. I said nothing. Sometimes silence is the best way to speak. I went to the same park every day. Some days she was there, some days she wasn't. When she was, she always looked sad. One day I saw a boy walk up to her. He was quiet and calm. He smiled at her, but she looked away. Still, he sat next to her. I watched from my bench as they sat in silence. Then I saw something I never thought I would see. She laughed. Just a small laugh, but it was real. That moment I knew something had changed. The wall she built was starting to fall. And the boy? He was the reason. That was the beginning of a story I will never forget. The story of a cold heart becoming warm. The boy's name was Ben. He was new in town. He didn't know about Lily's past. He didn't hear the stories. He saw her, not the anger, not the walls, just her. That's what made him different. He didn't run from her. He walked toward her, slowly, carefully. Ben came to the park every day. He brought books. He would sit beside Lily and read out loud. At first she said nothing. She didn't even look at him, but she stayed. That was something. And little by little she started to listen. Her eyes still looked cold, but her heart was melting, piece by piece. One day Ben gave her a book. "You can keep it," he said. She held it like it was something strange. "Why?" she asked. "Because I think you'll like it," he said. She looked at the cover. Then, for the first time, she said, "Thank you." It was quiet, but it was real. They started walking together after school, not always talking, sometimes just walking. And Lily began to smile, not a big smile, not yet, but a soft one, like the sun coming out after the rain. People noticed. "Is that Lily?" they whispered. "She looks different." Ben didn't ask about her pain. He didn't need to. He just stayed beside her, and that was enough. She started to trust him. She started to feel safe. It was like she had been in a storm for years, and finally she found shelter. I watched all of this happen. I was just a quiet old man on a bench, but in my heart I was cheering, because I just knew, this was the start of her healing. Lily began to change, slowly but clearly. She helped her mother at home. She smiled at the shopkeeper. She even said hello to her teacher. People were surprised. "Is this really Lily?" they asked. But no one knew what was happening inside her. No one but Ben. One afternoon, Lily told Ben, "I used to be angry all the time. I didn't like anyone. I didn't even like myself. Ben looked at her gently. "I know," he said. "But you are not that girl anymore." Lily looked away. "Sometimes I still feel broken." Ben nodded. "It's okay. Broken things can still be beautiful." The next day it rained hard. Most people stayed home, but Lily went to the park. She sat on the wet bench, waiting. Her hair was wet, her hands were cold, but she smiled when she saw Ben running toward her with an umbrella. "You came," she said. "Of course," he answered. That day she told Ben about her father. He left when she was 10. She cried a lot. Her mother was always tired. Lily had to grow up fast. She stopped playing, laughing, trusting. "I thought being strong meant being angry," she said, "but now I know it's not." Ben didn't say much. He just held her hand. No big words, no fixing, just being there. And sometimes that's all someone needs. Lily didn't push him away. She let herself feel safe. For the first time in many years she felt light, like the weight on her shoulders was getting smaller. From my bench in the park I watched it all. 2 young souls finding light in the dark. And I smiled to myself, because sometimes all it takes is one kind person to change a life. Days passed, then weeks. Lily laughed more. She talked more. At school she helped others. She smiled at her classmates. Some of them smiled back. A few even started talking to her. It was new for Lily, but she liked it. Her heart felt a little softer every day. One day a girl dropped her books in the hallway. Lily stopped, picked them up and gave them back. "Thank you," the girl said. Lily smiled. "You're welcome." A simple moment, but a big step for Lily. She was learning to be kind. She was learning to care. At home her mother noticed too. "You're different now," she said. Lily nodded. "I feel different." They talked more often. They cooked together. They laughed while washing dishes. Her mother looked happy. Lily hadn't seen that in a long time. It made her heart warm. Ben and Lily still met in the park. They talked about dreams, fears, and small things like books and music. Ben never judged her. He listened. Lily felt safe. She said, "I don't feel angry every day now." Ben smiled. "You've come a long way," she smiled back. "Because of you. But not every day was easy. Some days were still dark. On those days, Lily stayed quiet. She walked alone. But now she didn't break things or yell. She just breathed and waited. She learned that it was okay to have bad days. They didn't last forever. From my bench, I watched her grow. She was still the same girl, but she was also new, stronger, kinder, softer, all because someone believed in her, and she started believing in herself too. Lily wanted to do more. She started helping at the library after school. She put books on shelves and helped children find stories. One little boy said, "You are nice." Lily smiled and said, "Thank you." That small sentence stayed in her heart all day. At home she cleaned her room without anyone asking. She made tea for her mother when she was tired. "I'm proud of you," her mother said. Lily looked down, shy but happy. She had never heard those words before. They felt warm and safe. One weekend, Lily and Ben joined a group that cleaned the park. They picked up trash and planted flowers. Lily's hands were dirty, but her smile was clean and bright. "I like doing good things," she said. Ben nodded. "Me too. It feels right." Some of Lily's old classmates were surprised. "Is that really Lily?" they whispered. "She looks happy." Lily heard them, but she didn't mind. She was no longer angry all the time. She was learning to forgive, to forget, and to move forward. She still visited the old tree in the park. Sometimes she sat alone, sometimes with Ben. She thought about the past, the pain, the fights, but she also thought about today, the smiles, the change, the peace. Life was still hard, but it was no longer heavy. I watched her from afar. That cold, angry girl was now a light, a small, soft light that grew brighter each day. And it all began with a simple hello under a tree in the quiet of the park. Years passed. Lily finished school and worked at a bookstore. She smiled more and helped people. On weekends, she read books to children. Her voice was soft. The children listened and smiled. Lily and Ben stayed friends. Ben became a teacher. Lily started to write a book. It was about a girl who changed her heart. She named it The Cold Heart That Melted an Ant. One day, Lily walked in the park. She stood under the old tree. The wind moved the leaves. Lily touched the tree and smiled. "Thank you," she whispered. Now Lily is happy. She is kind. Her heart is warm. She helps others. Her story is a light for people who feel alone. Maybe it can help someone smile again.